Here's what's happening now. The sun's out. Temperature's actually above average, but don't get too excited about this. It's not going to last all week. Paula?
As you can see, I am across the border, across the river from Detroit into Windsor, Ontario, where this city has imposed its own travel ban. No more student field trips into the United States until further notice. I'll explain why.
Okay, Paula, but up first, breaking news, a police-involved shooting in Detroit, a foot chase, shots fired, and one man is dead. We're live from the scene, first at 4. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill in today for Karen Drew. We start with that police shooting on the city's west side. Details are still coming together as we speak. Our Coco McAvoy is on the scene right now talking with police. And Coco, what have you been able to find out so far?
Kimberly, we know this started about a quarter mile from where we are right now. Police say this started as a traffic stop and that the suspect, who they believe is roughly 25 years old, crashed and then ran away from that traffic stop and then ended up in this area where he was shot and killed by an officer. And police say that all happened because the man was trying to reach for the officer's gun. Now, I want to show you the scene here on Webb Street on the city's west side. You can see that the area is taped off right now as officers from the Michigan State Police Department, the Detroit Police Department, also detectives investigate and try to figure out exactly what happened here. And we want to show you some video that we first shot when we arrived on scene. This all started around 1:30 in the afternoon. Chief James Craig says officers from the 10th precinct saw a vehicle speeding down Broad Street. They tried to pull over the vehicle, but the man in the car kept going until he struck a utility pole. At that time, he ran out of the vehicle. One of the officers in a squad car followed the suspect on foot for about a quarter mile until they got to an abandoned home. Chief Craig says that's where the struggle happened, and at that time, the officer tried handcuffing the suspect, and the suspect went for the officer's gun. Now, we know the suspect was shot in the lower abdomen area, and when medics arrived on scene, he was pronounced dead. Now, Chief James Craig also says they're working to positively identify that suspect, but again, they believe he is roughly 25 years old, and we're going to stay out here this afternoon to work to learn more information, and we'll have an update for you at 5 o'clock. Reporting live, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
Okay, we look forward to your report later this evening. Coco, thank you. In more news, one of the brand new streetcars for the Q line was vandalized over the weekend. You can see there the words "World's Greatest" spray painted on the side of the rail car, along with the letters ACAB, which is an anti-police slogan. The Q line isn't opening until spring, but has been tested along Woodward since December. At this point, police say they are looking for suspects. The mayor of Flint plans to meet very soon with Michigan Governor Rick Snyder to ask him some tough questions. Mayor Karen Weaver says the state notified Flint last week it would end water credits for Flint residents at the end of February, not at the end of March, as had been planned earlier. The mayor also questions the state's plan to stop funding source water from the Great Lakes Water Authority. Mayor Weaver says the short notice of the credits cutoff raises a question of fairness.
Every month is important, and people needed to be on notice much longer than that. You know, that was information that I would love to have had if that was what the plan was at the end of the year. You know, not in 2 weeks, we're done. I don't think that is fair.
Mayor Weaver says she expects to meet with Governor Snyder later this week or early next week. In downtown Detroit, the first public memorial for sports and business icon Mike Ilitch began this afternoon. Fans are invited to Comerica Park to write down some of their favorite memories of Mr. Ilitch or send messages to his family. The tributes to the Detroit legend continue later this week. A public visitation will be held on Wednesday from noon until 8 at the Fox Theater. Okay, time now for our first look at the forecast. We're seeing some beautiful sunshine this afternoon. And Ben, can we just only talk about the sunshine? I know you hinted it's not going to stick around, but it's so nice.
Of course it's not. That's not how winter works around here. But yes, it does look great out there right now, Kim. And at least temperature-wise, we're finally getting everything to come together. These numbers above average. Even the small difference in the temperature and the wind chills are actually above what our average high would be for the day in most locations. Feeling more like 41 at Metro, but the air temperature only at 44 right now. So the weather story tonight is going to be a chilly night. We get a little bit of a cool down here midweek as we slide back to average. We're not going to fall any further below that. And we'll just say that I think you're going to like the weekend and leave it at that. We'll look at your 7-day forecast and check out those high temperatures in your 4-zone outlook coming up in a few minutes, Ken.
Ben, thank you. There is some very cautious optimism this afternoon in Northern California, where a damaged dam has ordered the evacuation of nearly 200,000 people. Jason Colthorpe is live in the newsroom to bring us up to date on the situation there. Jason?
Yeah, Kimberly, the order went out Sunday to 190,000 people. Get out of your homes and head for safety because the overflow release system from a dam north of San Francisco just might collapse. A series of storms in recent weeks poured water in Lake Oroville, 150 miles northeast of San Francisco. An emergency spillway that takes water from a dam on the lake showed serious signs of erosion over the weekend, and there were fears it could collapse. But with more water diverted to the reservoir's main spillway, the emergency spillway stabilized. If there is a failure, though, the result would be a 30-foot high wall of water rushing downstream. As you can imagine, when that evacuation order came Sunday, the rush to get out approached a panic.
I was trying to get into the gas station, then I was trying to get out of the gas station. I had people almost hitting me, running me over. It was insane.
Even when we evacuated for 97, it wasn't that bad. I've worked here in Marysville for over 33 years, and this is the worst I've ever seen it.
Well, the encouraging news is that water levels in the lake are dropping, but the goal is to have those levels drop by at least 50 feet to reduce a risk of a disastrous flood. And the situation could turn into a race against time. More rain is expected to hit that area Wednesday and Thursday. Members of the California National Guard are prepared to deploy if they are needed. So clearly it's a situation we're going to keep our eyes on.
Yeah.
Kim?
Yeah, hopefully it all works out. Okay, Jason, we'll see you again at 5 o'clock. Thank you. In more news this afternoon, trade was high on the agenda today as President Trump welcomed Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to the White House. The president said U.S. trade with Canada might be tweaked in changes to NAFTA, while major changes might be made with Mexico. At a news conference, the president said Detroit's automakers are already taking action to create more American jobs.
You probably have noticed that Ford is making billions of dollars of new investments in this country. General Motors, likewise, is expanding plants and going to build new plants. Fiat Chrysler was at a meeting where they're doing the same. Thank you.
Well, after his meeting with the president at the White House, Justin Trudeau will confer with House and Senate leaders on Capitol Hill before returning to Ottawa later this evening. Meanwhile, tensions between Canada and the U.S. over President Trump's immigration ban are being felt right here in Metro Detroit. Windsor schools are canceling field trips across the border. Our Paula Tutman is in Canada right now looking at the impact on both sides of the border. And Paula, this is somewhat of a lose-lose situation for everybody.
Well, Kimberly, let me give you a little bit of perspective. So I am in Windsor. I'm on the waterfront right now. Take a look right across the river. That's Detroit. This country is actually closer to Detroit than Southfield, though for many people who live right here in Windsor, Ontario, that country has never felt so far away. For a snapshot of what the proposed Trump administration travel ban looks like, you need only peek inside the upstairs English second language class at W.F. Herman Academy in Windsor.
Prince Edward and Newfoundland Labrador.
There are children here from every corner of the globe, including Iraq and Syria, 2 of the 7 countries on the proposed no let in list. And while there is a fragile ban on the ban, the Greater Essex County School Board in Windsor, Ontario, has imposed a ban of its own. No field trips from the 34,000 student district into the United States until further notice.
It's not a political statement. It's a response to concern about student safety and equity.
It means those students learning English and world history in that upstairs classroom will not experience the Holocaust Memorial Center in Farmington Hills this Friday. Their field trip has been canceled. 4 times a year, students from this school that boasts ethnicities from 70 nations make 4 visits to that museum, but not this year, not at this time.
To send students across and possibly, get turned back at the border to stop a whole bus, the embarrassment of that, and maybe not even make it across, it's just not worth that for those particular trips.
Because in all the border confusion of who can, can't, should, shouldn't, will or won't be welcome on the U.S. side of the border, a kid like Fusi, a young man of color and African descent with an accent who holds a Canadian passport, might get singled out, pulled aside, detained, turned around, refused.
Feels closed off.
Explain that to me.
because before I used to be able to go there, but now when you try to go across the border, it takes a longer time.
We don't know that him going across right now would be safe for him.
And it's not just the Holocaust Museum that loses the booking, the exposure, the cultural exchange. It's Michigan Opera Theater, Comerica Park, the Detroit Zoo, Great Lakes Crossing, Greektown, Washington, D.C., and all points north of the border.
Obviously, it hurts kids getting that experience to learn something new, experience a different culture. I can definitely feel a tension that it kind of seems a little bit more closed off and less welcoming from what I've seen from years past.
So the field trip ban is temporary. Certainly the school board hopes, definitely through February, but then they hope that it can be lifted once the travel ban is truly clarified, or there's no ambiguity, or there's a final disposition on it. So they hope it's temporary, but they don't know for how long, Kimberly.
Right. And you really hate it for those kids because I know they look forward to the field trips all year. And like, as you said, missing out on that cultural exposure, I'm sure that they don't like that. So, Paula, we appreciate your report and your insight.
You're welcome.
We'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome.
All right, still ahead first at 4. It all started with a tweet celebrating Black History Month, but the Betsy DeVos Education Department ended up apologizing not once, but twice. We'll have that coming up. Also ahead, a winter storm pounds New England, the impact on residents, and Ben Bailey will update our forecast. And having a boy or a girl, it's an age-old question for mothers-to-be, and now new research suggests carrying one gender is more challenging than the other. Good health is coming up next.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
The fire happened way up there on the 15th floor in an apartment building where most of the residents are seniors. The problem is water from putting out the fire short-circuited the aging elevators. 4 days later, still no working elevators. When will the folks living here get some relief? We'll get some answers later on Local 4 News.
All right, Steve. In good health, it's a question many mothers and their families wonder, is being pregnant with a girl versus a boy or vice versa any more difficult? Well, a new study suggests the answer is yes. While pregnant with her second child, Melissa Fox found many of the old wives' tales about carrying a girl or a boy were true. She craved different foods and she carried them differently. But she was surprised when the allergy she thought she had outgrown came back with a vengeance while pregnant with her daughter.
When I was pregnant with Ren, that's when I noticed that they were seemed like they were kicking up and flaring up again, where I was having to take something on a daily basis.
A new study at Ohio State may explain why. Researcher Amanda Mitchell followed 80 women through pregnancy and exposed their immune cells to bacteria in the lab.
What the findings suggest is that women carrying a girl exhibit greater inflammatory responses when faced with some sort of immune challenge.
That inflammatory response includes proteins called cytokines, which the body releases to fight off sickness. The immune cells of pregnant women carrying girls released more cytokines than those carrying boys.
Too many of those cytokines or too much inflammation can really be unhelpful for our body's functioning. It can create or contribute to symptoms like fatigue or achiness.
Melissa says regardless of the cause, it was all worth it.
I loved being pregnant with both of them. Obviously, I love both of my children. I'm glad that they're here.
Of course. Well, the next step is to determine if this response exists in women with chronic illnesses too. If so, it could help doctors tailor their treatment recommendations to pregnant women based on whether they're having a boy or a girl. Okay, in New England, another huge winter storm is pounding several states there. Winter storm warnings are issued from upstate New York to Maine. The forecast says residents could see up to 2 feet of snow in some areas. At least one death is being called weather-related in Pennsylvania. High winds tossed a tree branch through a car window. Also, schools are closing and many flights are being canceled as well. Meanwhile, back here at home, I mean, we've got above normal temperatures. We have had sunshine today. It's been a great day.
And we're not shoveling snow.
And we're not doing that. We're not dealing with what they are.
I mean, usually this time in February, we're saying, when will this end?
Exactly.
Let's bring on spring. But we've had a nice little break here. And it's probably going to get even warmer than what you see on the map here by the time the forecast is completed. 44 is where we're at right now, with just a couple exceptions here at the Sioux and Ludington. Just about everybody in the state is in the 40s right now. Slightly cooler in Chicago, a little bit warmer in Milwaukee and Twin Cities. We're at 47 right now, so I know they're loving it up there as well. We've got generally sunshine across most of the region. You can start to see the clouds and some precipitation that's going to be coming in from our next system that's going to be working its way in here tomorrow evening. Shouldn't be a huge deal. Once we see the clouds increase tonight, they'll stay with us and continue increasing through the day tomorrow. And then we'll start watching for snow showers to roll in here probably after the sun goes down tomorrow evening, but they'll be pretty scattered and light, even though these are going to be out ahead of a cold front. So we're not looking at any accumulation. Once that front passes, that's really only going to be the only chance of precipitation that we've got this week. We've got dry conditions from there through the end of the weekend and even beyond. 28 tonight for the overnight low, so we will be mostly clear and then see the clouds increase during the day tomorrow. High temperatures still in the mid-40s again, so very similar to what we saw today, although that sun is going to be fading as we head towards that chance of snow showers getting into the evening hours tomorrow night. So let's look at your 4-zone forecast as we break down those highs. Again, similar to what we saw today. Metro zone highs tomorrow, probably right at 45 in the city of Detroit, 43 up here in Troy and Clinton Township. South zone temperatures tomorrow afternoon are going to be in the 40s as well. Some of our warmest numbers, but not a whole lot of difference in here. Blissfield, Lambertville, Luna Pier, Dundee are all going to be at 46 for high temperatures tomorrow. Noticeably cooler in our west zone, barely getting to 40 there in Genesee County. Ann Arbor, Canton, down here towards Michigan Avenue, you're going to be at the mid-40s, 44 degrees. And in our north zone, couple 30-degree readings tomorrow afternoon. Lexington, Sandusky, Marlette, all checking in at 39 with the rest of the zone just barely getting into the low 40s in the afternoon. So that's your Valentine's Day forecast. And then as we get to the rest of the 7-day outlook, notice temperatures decrease. We'll get cooler here towards the middle of the week, but that's still average for this time of year. And then look what we've got on the back end. 43 Friday, 50 on Saturday, 52 on Sunday. And wait for it, it's coming with sunshine. We don't have to worry about the clouds or rain coming with it. So it looks like everything is falling into place, and what a gorgeous 2-day stretch. Even the rest of the week, not too bad for this time of year.
Not bad at all. Okay, Ben, thank you. Still ahead, today's trending stories. There's more trouble for couples who like to so-called Netflix and chill. It looks like a lot more people are cheating. But at first, a new Twitter backlash against the Department of Education as one embarrassing mistake leads to another. I'll explain coming up next. Welcome back. In today's trending stories, the U.S. Education Department stumbles into a controversy after a week after Michigan's Betsy DeVos takes over the position. The department put out this tweet quoting civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois, but you can see that his name is spelled incorrectly with a D-E instead of a D-U. And then a tweet apologizing for the mistake actually spelled the word apologizes incorrectly. Finally, a second apology got it accurate. Also trending, do you ever cheat on your significant other when it comes to streaming your favorite shows? A new survey from Netflix finds 48% of those polled admitted they watched shows alone when they had agreed to watch together. That number has tripled in the last 4 years. Some people take this stuff very seriously, believe it or not. About 14% say cheating with Netflix is worse than forgetting a birthday or anniversary. Now, I don't know about that, but I have maybe cheated with Netflix once or twice. Ben's over there on his phone. Still, he's staying away from that one. Still ahead, photos of this little chihuahua are going viral today. Does this look familiar at all? I don't know, doesn't to me. A pet owner's salute to a big celebrity's most famous post. That's coming up next.
Beyond the glitz and the glamour of the auto show,
identified 4 to 5 prints.
The new car reveals
14 to 15 potential adult victims of human trafficking.
And the visitors to our city.
Made 22 arrests.
There was something sinister going on.
We were able to recover 2 children that were involved in sex trafficking.
Tonight at 11, while you were checking out the cars, what really went on behind closed doors.
My wife was...
All right, finally, first at 4, Beyonce practically broke the internet when she announced her pregnancy with a now famous photo.
Yet now others are trying to copy her look to make their own big announcements. This Chihuahua's owner was wondering just how to tell the world that her precious pup is having puppies.
Well, she decided to imitate Beyonce with this photo shoot, and she says it's perfect because the dog is also having twins like Beyonce. So the new puppies are expected to arrive any day now. I never really thought about it, but I guess Chihuahuas don't have very big litters, so 2 or 3. But how she knows the dog is having twins?
We don't know.
Don't know. Thanks for joining us for First at 4. We're back at 5 with more.